Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi everyone. It's the Bowerham Broadcast again. Mrs. Banks here on number 19. So, at this stage, I imagine a lot of you are frazzled. Parents, that is, not the children. Frazzled, fed up, you're having to negotiate being a mum, a dad, working from home, some of you, trying to educate your children, and they are probably challenging you right back and saying they don't understand it, they can't do it, they've done it, they've just put anything down, they're not doing the best. You are living the dream of a teacher, albeit you haven't got the high expectations in the sense of the behaviour expectations, all the things that we do, all that magic that teachers weave together. And don't forget, there's a lot of us to maintain that going on all the time. So I need to say to you, please don't worry, stop. What you are doing is brilliant. What you have done over these last couple of weeks has been amazing for your children, and you have to just stop and remember that they are loved, that they are happy. And yes, they haven't been in school for a bit, but school learning and home learning is so much more than just maths and English, science, geography and history. We gave you choice boards, choice being the word. They could choose what they wanted, choose not. And if you haven't done any choice boards, it's okay. It doesn't matter. If you've done BBC Bite Size, or you've been on the Oak Academy, or you bought books, or you've just decided to go and build dens and bake and watch a bit of YouTube and TV, watch Mrs. Banks as a YouTube star. It's fine, because your children have experienced the same as all other children in the world. This is a global pandemic. So everybody's on the same page. They've all been at home and they have just paused the weeks that they would have been in school. I want to give you a few statistics. Everybody keeps talking about this lost learning. It isn't lost learning. What they've learnt at home is absolutely fantastic. They've learnt skills of negotiation, listening to mums and dads. They've learnt how to possibly bake or be independent. They've learnt resilience. They're actually having to deal with their emotions of things changing. Everything that they have done will have been a learning experience, and some of it will have been really good and some of it will have been really hard, but that's not bad. We can't wrap our children up in cotton wool all of the time. So I want you to congratulate yourselves. I want to say well done and thank you. Please don't worry. If you have done nothing, your child will not be lost in their learning. That's our job. When they come back to us in September, fingers crossed we come back normally, and even if they don't, we're back part-time, it's our job to narrow that gap, to find out where that learning that they've got to build on. At Bowerham, we do most of our teaching of the skills through the first terms, autumn and spring. So actually the summer term is about revision. It's about going back with the metacognition, which means going over and over, making that learning stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So actually, this summer term was about doing that. What I want you to do is, if they're struggling with the choice boards, go back to the year before. Find them a choice board that they can do. Success breeds success. Happy children that succeed will build and build and build. If you are feeling it's a challenge and they're moaning and they don't have the battle. We can have that battle when we're in school. You don't need to. It doesn't matter. Let us take that job up. I do not worry about the children coming back in September. We have a plan. Our plan is, for the first couple of weeks when they get back, is going to do art projects. We're going to do a writing project. We're going to get the children being back together, learning to negotiate, be friends, doing team games, looking at where they're at. We're going to be sending out today the class teachers and the class list so that they all know where they will possibly be going in, or they will know where they're going to be going in September. It's really exciting. There's lots of changes. So you can talk to your children about their new class teacher, where they're going to be, but it's going to be all about learning about being back in school. And then we're going to pull small groups of children out and we're going to work out where they are, what they have got to do to get to where we need them to be. It's not going to be intense. It's going to be about bespoke individual learning for your children. So I need you not to worry. Currently, up to date, they've lost about 7 weeks, 4 days of school. That's out of 38 weeks of school life. So by the end of this, if your children, and it's unlikely that years 2, 3, 4 and 5 will come back, but if they don't come back, out of 38 weeks of learning, they'll have been in school 26. They'd have lost 12 weeks not in school. That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. So all this thing in the social media that keeps saying this lost learning and all the rest of it, no, we're going to be all right. And we will work the very best we can with our Bowerham family to make sure that the children that we love so dearly will be the best that they can be. And no matter what, we will get there. So please don't worry. I hope that sort of reassured you. Any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. The next choice boards are on. We'd also going to get you to look at Oak Academy. That gives you online learning lessons to have a look at. And then the final choice board will be a transition one, which will be all sorts of activities from your child's class new teacher. I did promise that you will get a transition. That might not be able to happen if we don't get back until September, but we will make sure that all of those children see all of their familiar adults. Don't forget, we're a family, and that means every one of our staff know every one of your children, and we love them dearly inside and out. Stay safe, everyone. Hope to see you soon.